Welcome to our first SketchUp tutorial in our series. This is the first of the videos, and today we're going to be talking about using the basics of SketchUp. Basically, what SketchUp is, it's a 3D modeling program that allows you to build almost anything. You can use it if you're a hobbyist or even a professional engineer. It can be used for almost anything, and today we're going to be showing you the basics of how you can start using SketchUp. So when you first open SketchUp, you're going to get this screen. You're going to want to go down to template to open up a new file. And let's start off using a simple template using feet and inches. And then you'll hit start using SketchUp. I'm going to make mine full screen here. So what this is right here that I'm pointing out right now is the select tool. This can be used to select any object in your model. This is one of the most handy tools, and this is the tool that you'll use most often. This right here that looks like a pencil, this is the line tool. It allows you to make lines, shapes, pretty much anything. This right here is obviously our square or rectangle tool, allows you to make squares or rectangles. And as you can see down here over in the bottom, you can see the measurements. You can see the measurements of our rectangle right now is about 7 feet by 8 feet. That box will always show you the dimensions of any shape that you are drawing. This is your circle tool, allows you to make any circle, any size. It's a pretty useful tool also. This is the arc tool. You probably won't use this as often. It pretty much makes semicircles, kind of like that. And then this, you can use your line tool on it also to make a shape. This is your tape measure tool. It allows you to measure any line, face, or plane in your model. This is pretty useful when you're making scale models. This is your paint tool. It allows you to color things, such as this rectangle. You can hit after you hit this arrow, there's a whole bunch of different categories, anywhere from colors to fencing to tile, almost anything. What you can do is select one of those, and then once you get in here, you'll see there's a bunch of different pictures. When you hit a picture, that's what goes into your paint can. Hit your paint can on a face, and that is what will appear, as you can see, as I just did right there. Next, we are going to be using the push-pull tool. The push-pull tool is used for making 2D shapes into 3D shapes, such as this rectangle. You can also use it on circles and arcs if you make it into a shape. Lines you cannot push or pull. Lines are 2D, so they will not work. Well, these are 2D also, but to make them 3D, you have to use the push-pull tool. So, what we'll do, let's say we want to raise this 2 feet. We will pull this up using our mouse, and then we can type in 2 and then one little apostrophe and hit enter. That'll make it 2 feet. Or you can just have fun, raise it like that. It can also be used to pull things down just like that, or move them side to side. And then here's an example of what the arc can do. You can put in any dimension. When you're pushing or pulling, you can press, let's say, 8 feet. It'll extend to 8 feet, and then I can do 6 inches, just like that. And as you can see, when I'm typing that in, you can see it down here in the dimensions box. The next one is the move tool. This is used to move any shape that you have in your model. You just go ahead and select it. You can move it around. You can also move lines. That. Move any line on there. This is your rotate tool. Right here, it is used to rotate objects. You can use this on lines, arcs, and rectangles, as well as circles. This can just be used to move objects around the screen. It comes in handy pretty often. Just like that. This is your offset tool. So let's say you're drawing a rectangle. You also want to make a smaller rectangle inside of this. And you want to make a smaller rectangle that's 6 inches away from the outer rectangle. What you can use this offset tool to make a new rectangle. So you can just do like this and offset it by 1 foot. And use offset by 1 foot. You can also combine this with your push-pull tool and then raise or lower that. So this can be used for many different models and making things look a lot more realistic. Now let's get into how to move around our screen. We got into how to move our models, but now we need to know how to move our screen to explore. This right here that I'm on right now is our orbit tool. The orbit tool is to move around your screen as so. You can see what I'm doing here, just moving around my screen so I can see what I am looking at, which right now is nothing. If I do this, you can see better. See, I can use the orbit tool and just move around. Like that. I forgot to close out my paint box. This is our pan tool. The pan tool is used to move side to side or up and down. You can't really move forward with it. This is our zoom tool. Allows you to zoom in and out on objects. See, I'm using my pan. I can move over here. Let's say I want to zoom in on this vertical rectangle right here. Just do that. Use our pan tool. Go up. Zoom in like that. There you go. Easy. Or if you're using a Mac and you have the trackpad, you can use 2 fingers and also zoom in and out like that. These are not very important over here. This is if you want to upload a model to Google Earth. This is how you get new models. People design models and they put it on the 3D warehouse. 3D warehouse basically has a bunch of different models in it that people have created and uploaded to it. So let's say I wanted to search for, let's say a door. Here, you can see people have designed many different doors. Some of them you can download, some of them you can't. Let's say I want this door. I will click door, just like that. I can see ratings and a description and other related models. This is how I download a model by clicking that. And then you hit OK. And then you can move it around anywhere in your screen, just like that, and it loads right in your model. That's very useful. This button right here is if you create a model. This is if you create a model, you can upload it to the 3D warehouse by clicking the box with the little orange button right here. And so that's the basics of SketchUp. I'm not sure what some of these other buttons do. Up here you can see we have the toolbar. The toolbar has File, Edit, View, Draw, Camera, Tools, Windows, Plugins, and Help. You can also see there's preferences down there. All these have many other different tools. Oh, here's one, the eraser. We didn't go over that. Eraser is just used to get rid of models. You swipe it over anything, it'll delete them. There's a lot of other things in here. View, you can put shadows on, fog, animation. We'll go over that in another tutorial. Edit is useful. You have your undo, redo, cut, copy, paste, all the basics. File, save, save as. When you save a file, it'll save it as a .skp file, which stands for SketchUp. It can't be opened in anything else but SketchUp, so just keep that in mind. There's also a lot of other things in here. You don't use a lot of them. Most of the things that you will need to use are down here in your toolbar. Tool palettes. This just gives you a bunch of different tools. You probably won't use most of them, but it's just good to know that they're there. This is a triangle tool, or not a triangle tool, polygon tool. It's a scribble tool, I guess what that is. Not sure what that is. You can add text to things. 3D text is always fun. It's like this, and you can choose your different fonts and everything. Place it right there. Then you can use your push-pull tool on it. And I'm pretty sure you can. No, you cannot. You can paint over it. I know you can do that. Like that. This right here, this is the walk tool. Click anywhere, and then you can use your arrow key and pretend like you're walking inside of your models. This is really good when you have buildings that you need to get inside of to design. And that is the basics of SketchUp. Look for more tutorials coming up here soon. And thank you for watching.